Stop everything you're doing because the line between dedicated fan and actual restraining order just officially evaporated. We were all supposed to be celebrating Zayn Malik's new era in Kingston, but instead, we're watching him duck for cover like he's in a literal combat zone. This wasn't just a rowdy crowd, guys. This was something way more calculated and honestly, terrifying. Are we even surprised anymore? Because the footage coming out of this Q&A is chilling, and the backstory behind the person responsible, it's enough to make you want to log off forever. So Zayn is on stage, trying to give us the vibes for his latest project, Room Under the Stairs, but the energy in the room shifted from "we love you" to "get security on stage" in roughly 0.5 seconds. Now, before we even get into the projectiles, let's talk about the absolute mess this event already was. We're talking technical glitches, scheduling nightmares, the works. But that was just the opening act for the real drama. Do you ever feel like some people forget celebrities are actual human beings and not just characters in their own twisted fanfiction? Because that's exactly what happened here. Multiple fans who are standing right there are coming forward with stories that will make your skin crawl. The woman in question wasn't just excited. According to eyewitnesses, she's been living in a total alternate reality where she and Zayn are actually married with 2 kids. Yeah, you heard me right. She allegedly thinks he abandoned their family. And she showed up to this event to, collect child support via water bottle? While you're processing how insane that is, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because the parasocial madness we're covering today is next level, and you don't want to miss how this escalated. Just when you thought the story couldn't get any messier, the plot thickens, and it's looking more like a psychological thriller than a fan event. If you think those bottles were just a random act of frustration, think again. We've got a closer angle, and the energy coming from this woman is straight up predatory. Take a look at this. She isn't just some annoyed fan in the back. She is front and center, pointing, screaming, and directing every ounce of her rage at Zayn as he's trying to exit. And while some people are trying to blame the vibe of the night, let's be real. No amount of bad organization justifies this. Now, to be fair, the event was a total logistical dumpster fire. Originally, there were supposed to be 3 separate Q&A sessions, but at the last second, organizers smashed the final 2 into one giant, sweaty, overcrowded mess. People were stuck in line for hours, and Bankrupt Records is already out here doing damage control, offering refunds and swearing the venue wasn't over capacity. But even if you're annoyed that the 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. crowds were blended like a bad smoothie, you don't start launching missiles at the stage, right? Unless, of course, you're living in a total fantasy world. The comments are flooding in, and they are brutal. The consensus? This woman is the definition of a no-life weirdo. One attendee confirmed she was shrieking about being his legal wife and demanding to know why he abandoned their 2 non-existent children.
How often do you then go back into your notes and kind of look through what you've read?
Quite often, yeah. I'll start something, one day, leave it for a bit, and then come back to it, like 2-3 days later. It seems to work better that way.
I mean, seriously, honey? Go touch some grass. The internet is clearly rotting people's brains if they think showing up to a Kingston Q&A is the place to settle a fake divorce. And can we talk about the danger for a second? The fans in the comments are making a terrifying point.
Do you ever get that, sad girl poetry thing where you're like, oh, that's my feelings?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Must have been feeling a bit sad today. Yeah, for sure.
The next question comes...
Today, it's a water bottle, but what if it's something worse? What if some psycho decides to throw acid or something life-altering? Being a celebrity in 2026 is starting to feel less like a dream and more like a high-stakes survival game. It's getting ridiculous. We've seen people throwing literal passports at Harry Styles. Like, what do you expect him to do, stop the show and check your travel dates? It's not cute, it's not viral worthy, it's just trashy. But here's the kicker that's gonna ruin it for the rest of us. Because of fans like this, we're heading toward a future where you won't even be allowed to bring a sip of water into a venue. Imagine standing in a hot crowd for 3 hours with 0 hydration because one person couldn't distinguish reality from their own Twitter feed. Is this the end of intimate fan experiences? Because if I'm Zayn, I'm never standing that close to a crowd again. Honestly, the timing of this Kingston disaster couldn't be worse. This incident is just the cherry on top of what is turning into a historically cursed year for Zayn Malik. If you've been following the news, you know he recently had to axe 22 dates on his tour because of health issues. And it got even darker. On April 17th, the literal day his album dropped, Zayn wasn't popping champagne. He was reportedly in a hospital bed dealing with a mystery illness. Instead of a victory lap, he was sending out messages to fans thanking them for prayers and admitting he had to scale back everything just to survive the schedule. But guys, the health scares might actually be the least of his problems right now. The rumors coming out about his personal life, they are radioactive. Word on the street is that Zayn got into a literal physical altercation with his former bandmate Louis Tomlinson while filming that massive Netflix documentary. Can you imagine? This was supposed to be the healing road trip, a project meant to mend their friendship and help them process the devastating loss of Liam Payne. Instead of a reunion, reports say it turned into a total brawl. We're hearing Louis was allegedly taken to the hospital with a concussion, and Netflix pulled the plug on the spot. A whole year of work, gone. The director, Nicola Marsh, basically vented her soul online about the project vanishing overnight. Neither Zayn nor Louis has said a word about the fight, but the silence is deafening. Between the mystery illnesses, the scrap documentaries, and now fans throwing big bottles because they think they're his secret wife, this comeback era is officially in the code red zone. Is Zayn's career at a breaking point, or is this just the growing pains of a legend? I'm genuinely worried about the guy. I want to hear your theories in the comments. Are you Team Zayn, or is the drama getting too hard to defend? Make sure you've liked this video and shared it with anyone who still thinks being a pop star is easy. I love you guys so much for hanging out with me. Click right here to see our latest deep dive into why the One Direction reunion might be dead for good. I'll see y'all in the next one.